ranking the best successful Survivor audition tapes of all time to help you with your goal of receiving the call to play Survivor. Keep track of all the tips in this video and let me know which ones were your favorite down in the comments. Starting things out at the number 10 spot, we have Jonathan Young's Survivor audition tape from Survivor 42.
I'm Jonathan Young, I'm 25 years old, I'm from Gulf Shores, Alabama, I'm single, and I'm gonna be the next Survivor.
What I love so much about Jonathan's audition tape is he understands what his quote-unquote thing is, and he highlights that right away at the start of his tape. Obviously, Jonathan's thing is being an absolute beast with his physical strength, but if that isn't your thing, that's okay too. Just make sure you are conveying the idea of what you're all about within the first 30 seconds of your tape. The producers watching these audition tapes are looking for things to stand out and grab their attention, so it's key to start with a strong first impression.
6'4", 250 pounds, succeeding in ways no one thought was possible, bodyguarding for world figures, a new world record in pull-ups.
Within Survivor's history, we've seen amazing personalities. Tens of thousands of people apply every year with the dream of playing. And the most important aspect is having a strong first impression with the casting team, having a powerful audition tape. Let's make one thing clear before we keep going. I am obsessed with Survivor to the point I often dream about one day getting the chance to play. If you are watching this video, I am guessing you are obsessed with this game as well. And if I were to bet, I assume you also dream about one day getting the chance to play. Today's task is simple. We're going through 10 of the strongest Survivor audition tapes of all time to see what they did to make themselves stand out, with the goal of helping you put together your own perfect Survivor audition tape.
Hey CBS and Survivor, my name is Joe Englum. I'm 25 years old from Queen Creek, Arizona, and this is a little bit about me, and I want to be the next Ultimate Survivor.
Throughout this video, I'm also going to be using the help of Fiverr to show you how to take your audition tape to the next level, whether it be helping me build idle plays in my Survivor puzzles or my own Survivor audition tape. Fiverr has freelancers for everything. So thank you Fiverr for sponsoring today's video. At the number 9 spot, we have Chelsea Walker from Survivor Island of the Idols.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm 21 years old, born and raised in New Jersey. I'm going to be a senior at the University of Maryland this fall.
Now I know this video is literally all about the best audition tapes of all time. I think it's also super important to highlight what not to do when making your video. I don't want to give away all the players' audition tapes we'll be watching throughout the video. You'll have to wait until the very end to see that. But it's kind of crazy when you analyze them and realize there are tons of different ways to make a strong audition tape. But there is also tons of things you shouldn't do. And Chelsea will be the first to admit this video is rough, as it doesn't give any insight into what her life is like, and instead is just a fun Survivor promo.
In a world where strangers gather together for an adventure of a lifetime, one girl.
Moving into the number 8 spot, we have 3-time Survivor player Aubrey Bracco.
Hi, my name is Aubrey Bracco. I'm 28 years old and I live in Cambridge, Massachusetts. From 9 to 5, I'm a monkey in Boston's corporate jungle.
Aubrey's one of the best definitions of a normal Survivor audition tape that we can give. Don't get me wrong, Aubrey is a top-tier Survivor character that gives amazing confessionals every season she appears in. Although there is nothing fancy about her video, almost making it feel like she's just a normal person talking in front of the camera, we get a great sense of Aubrey's sense of humor, as I recommend a majority of Survivor audition tapes to take this approach when drafting up what they want their tape to look like.
These days, crayons and canvas make me happier than Kim Kardashian in a house full of mirrors. You've probably gotten it by now. I like to make stuff out of anything. Give me a few days, give me some palm fronds and some coconut bark, and I'll be making a fake idol factory in no time.
At number 7, we have the man, the myth, the legendary winner of Survivor 43 with Mike Gabler.
Good morning, this is Mike Gabler. I'm 49 years old, I'm originally from Texas, but now I live up here in the beautiful state of Idaho.
Similar to what we highlighted at the start of the video with Jonathan Young and how he starts his video to perfection, Mike Gabler is able to do the exact same thing here, but obviously in a different way without the working out montage. We have intense music screaming into the camera and clips to really highlight his personality before he sits down and tells us about his life. Be like Gabler and make sure you take the time to nail the start of your Survivor audition tape with the best 15 to 30 seconds you possibly can. The number 6 audition tape we'll be talking about is from two-time Survivor legend Spencer Bledsoe.
Hi, my name's Spencer. I'm 19 years old and I'm an economics major at the University of Chicago.
Spencer does something here that won't work for everyone, but if you think you can pull it off, would greatly increase your chances of getting the call to play Survivor. And that's gonna be playing up the character or persona that you'll be out there on the island. Survivor loves their archetypes like the nerd, the jungle boy, and the pageant girl. If you truly know who you are as a person, you need to play that up like crazy in your audition tape for the producers to see. Spencer does that here and acts like an absolute villain, and it works as he gets the call to play Survivor. However, if you think you can trick the producers that you are someone that you're really not, sadly you're wrong. These producers are experts and they know what they're doing.
I will bring something to Survivor that the game has not seen before. I'm outdoorsy, I'm athletic, and I'm a leader, and...
Our favorite reality TV host, Jeff Probst, is always asking fans to apply to play Survivor.
If you want this, you gotta apply to be on Survivor.
I want you to close your eyes and imagine the feeling of waking up to a call from Jeff Probst telling you you're gonna be on the next season of Survivor. Jeff Probst, is that you?
He is probably the most popular player ever.
One thing all these videos we've talked about have in common is they all know how to talk in front of a camera. And if you're not sure where to start with stuff like that, I would turn to a Fiverr freelancing coach like Simon R. I honestly have so many amazing things to say about my experience working with Simon. We could make a whole video just on that. Simon will start with an hour-long meeting with you to understand what makes you, well, you. And from there, he records the call, sends it back to you with detailed notes. Hearing my conversation over with Simon was game-changing for me.
I'll send you a copy after and we'll make a list of some things we want to put together for this. Now, the other thing you mentioned that really grabbed me right away was that you used to create your own Survivor competitions. How old were you when you did this?
But that's only the beginning, and it gets better from there, as during our second call, we came up with a game plan to make the best video possible. The crazy thing is, Simon's expertise is coaching people on how to talk in front of a camera. This really did take my audition tape to the next level because he was on a Zoom call with me when I was recording my lines to make sure I was saying everything right, making sure I was delivering all my lines, all my points that we made with our game plan, all to perfection.
And I can even shoot it with you. Like when you're shooting, I can be there and coach you through it.
If you're feeling overwhelmed about the idea of editing together and putting together your video, I would turn to a Fiverr freelancer as well. Priya Shravan is an awesome editing freelancer that I recommend using, has over 2,000 5-star reviews. The process of working with this editing duo felt just as easy as Ozzy going to catch some fish. There's a reason this freelancer has so many repeat buyers, and it's because they're truly experts. All you have to do is send them the footage with brief instructions on what you're looking for, and they're gonna handle the rest. I am 22 years old from Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. I recently graduated from Acadia University with a bachelor's in kinesiology and a minor in nutrition, and I'm gonna be the next sole survivor. Jumping back in with the number 5 spot, we have Troy Zan.
Hi, my name is Troy Robertson. I'm a freelance photographer from Miami, Florida. I travel around the world as a photographer with a Sports Illustrated swimsuit, and I've been doing that for probably about the last 10 years.
Troy Zan is the perfect example, and I mean like textbook perfect example of an audition tape that feels like a movie. Some people would argue that Troy Zan's audition tape is actually too professional and feels too over-edited. But you need to remember every single audition tape is individualized and he makes it work. If this is something you are looking for in your audition tape, but the idea of editing together a video is overwhelming to you, I would look for a Fiverr freelancer that can help you with the editing. At the number 4 spot, we have two-time Survivor legend with Chaos Cass.
You guys haven't had a mom villain yet. I don't understand this. You've had your Russells and your Ruperts and people hiding shoes and finding idols and whatnot. But you always have this little mom type.
Cass is actually a really interesting case, as she plays up the idea that she isn't just talking to a Survivor casting producer, but she's talking to some random casting intern. I love the self-awareness of Cass's tape here, as she knows she'll be perceived as the nice mom on Survivor, but actually wants to be like a backstabbing villain. The camera quality and audio isn't perfect, but Cass is able to get away with all of that because she finds special ways to make her videos stand out. Think about what makes you stand out as a person, and I don't mean in a general way either. Planning your Survivor audition tape shouldn't be easy. Take your time and put the work in.
Hey you, yeah, you, intern. Hey, You can stop right here for the day. I would be your old lady mom type on Survivor.
At the number 3 spot, we have Survivor winner Wendell Holland.
My name is Wendell Holland. I'm 32 years old from Philadelphia, PA. And I need y'all to pick me to be the next survivor. I've been watching it for about a decade.
What Wendell does here really well throughout his entire tape is being comfortable talking in front of the camera. You need to remember that Survivor at the end of the day is a TV show, and you really do need to be able to talk in front of the camera in a chill way. It won't be easy at first, as Wendell has an older audition tape and he was much rougher at talking to the camera in that tape. If talking in front of the camera is something that you need help with, I seriously think you should check out the Fiverr Freelancing audition coach I used with Simon R. I'm not even joking, Simon is amazing to work with. I have placed a link to his Fiverr page down in the description of this video.
I've actually been applying for a long time. I probably sent in like 3, 4, or 5 application tapes.
At the number 2 spot, we have Malcolm Freeberg.
Grew up in Texas, then I moved to Georgia, and I've been in Hermosa Beach for a year. Took a job as a busboy. A year later, I'm the GM.
Personally, Malcolm is one of my favorite Survivor players of all time, and I think a big part of that is his sense of humor and charisma while playing Survivor. If you have lots of charisma, I think you should take the approach Malcolm does with making a Survivor audition tape. No plans, no scripts, just turning the camera on and telling some stories about your life and who you are.
I look like Coach, but I'm not insane. I do think the world revolves around me. Personal philosophy, always bet on yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, why should other people?
Last but not least, we have Survivor Edge of Extinction's Victoria Bayman.
What is up, CBS and Survivor? My name is Victoria.
This audition tape is the perfect example of a video to remind yourself that there is no such thing as a rule book when putting together your audition tape, and at the end of the day, you just need to highlight your personality. The Survivor producers recommend your tape to be roughly 3 minutes long and include pictures and videos about your life. Victoria ignores all of that with just talking to the camera for about a minute long total.
You do brains, beauty, brawn. I'm all 3.
If you want to make sure you nail your next Survivor audition tape, I highly recommend going over to Fiverr and checking out some freelancers. I've placed a link in the description of this video to both freelancers that I recommend. With the help of Simon coaching me and Priya editing my video, I'm so confident I made the best video I could. So make sure to use the code RussellMuscle10 at checkout for a bonus 10% off. I've placed a link of that in the description. Once again, thank you for Fiverr for sponsoring today's video, and I hope to see you out there in Fiji playing Survivor.